G'day guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a ring pour for you today on a big canvas. This is a 40 by 50 centimetre canvas. I didn't work out what it is in inches, but 40 by 50 centimetres. And I've got my lovely bright colours that I did on that fall flip cup pour the other day that you guys really seem to like. And I just thought I'd see how those nice bright colours and black work as a ring pour. So I'm going to pour it into the jug, pour it on here, get a bit of movement happening. So nice thick mix, same mix that I use for my flip cup pours, which is 70% glue. This is Elmer's glue all. And 30% water. My writing's disappearing off here. Look at this. Glue all. Right, so that's it. And I've mixed it 1:1 with my paint. So 1 part pouring medium, 1 part paint. For this size canvas, I did 70 grams of the pouring medium and 70 grams of the paint. I'll show you the thickness. I know you guys like to see this. Well, some of you do anyway. Mound on a mound. Like when you go to the beach and you make little sand castles out of wet sand and you dribble the sand down on to make little castles. It's just like that. Nice and thick. If you have your mix too thin, your rings won't stay in circles. They kind of go all wobbly or you'll get zigzags. So that's what I'm doing. The other thing, I'm going to pour down the spout as I usually do. The other thing is that I've noticed is I need to start with a little bit of the center color because whatever goes in first is going to come out last. And if you've got a lot of black in the middle, in the center here, it kind of spreads out and you get a big black center. So I need to put less black in to begin with so that I've got a small amount of black here. Does that make sense? And then as the layers get bigger or spread more, I put more paint in. So less paint in the first layer. I'm going to do 2 layers actually, so hopefully, oops, I need to use half my cup. I just didn't want too much black in the center. I do a little bit of black, just a touch to separate some of the colours. As I said, I want to do 2 layers. Oops, haven't got enough of that one. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I don't like doing too many layers. Otherwise, my colour's muddy. I'd rather have thicker layers. And some black. Still got a bit of paint left though, so might have to do bigger layers. It's hard to tell how much paint you're going to need for a ring pour because it's not the same as, you know, your flip cups. Well, I shouldn't say that. I do work it out to be roughly about the same as I would do for my flip cups. You still need a decent amount of paint. You still have to cover your sides and your edges and everything. So I'm going to leave it at that. I've got a tiny little bit of paint left in my cups, which if I need to fill in any corners or edges, then I've got a little bit of paint left. You don't want too much paint or you can't stretch your rings out because the paint's all covered and then, you know, you can't stretch it anymore. I might put something in the middle over that actually. I've just got my big push pins underneath. I might put something in the center just to stop it from sagging. Just a folded up puppy pedal pad. That might be too high, we'll see. Oh no, it works well. Righto, so colours, Ulma Global, black, turquoise, hibiscus. I have shown you how to make that one on my mixing colours video. Lilac, it's just purple with a bit of white to lighten it, and orange. So those are my colours. Now, do I want to do a ring pour? Do I want to do a wandering pour? I think I'm just going to do a ring pour, really. And I'm going to try and do smaller rings to what I normally do. Might take a while, so feel free to fast forward. At the moment they're going a little bit wobbly because I can't get any closer to the surface of the canvas. As I empty the cup, I'll be able to get a bit closer, and hopefully my circles won't be as wobbly. It's not really going in circles. Kind of going a little bit, I don't know what it's going to do. It's going to be interesting, that's for sure. It's not really going in circles. As I said, as I get closer, I'll be able to do more of a circular motion. At the moment, it's just doing its own thing. I guess maybe it's because it's pouring out in more of a sheet than just a... It's kind of because of the width of the spout. Oh, there we go. The width of the spout, it was kind of coming out more in a sheet than it was in just a little stream. Which is a bit weird. There we go. Now that I've got it a bit closer to the surface, I'm going to do more of a circle now. It's still coming out in a sheet, but I'll see if I can turn it on its side a little bit so that the paint is coming out more in a bit of a stream. Just when you start and you're tipping a whole lot of paint out, it comes out fast, so it comes out in a wider sort of a sheet. I think probably it would have been better in a paper cup that I could actually pinch and make more of a fine spout. Then I wouldn't have got that wide sheet that the paint was falling down in, if that makes sense. It's kind of like a rain coming down a sheet of glass all at once. In a wide section. Now I'm going to try and catch this so that it don't leave a... Ooh, did it. Look at that pretty cup. Right, I didn't want to leave a streak there, so hopefully that will work. Now I'm just going to pop the bubbles. Hopefully there's enough black in there to make the other colours pop. If not, that's okay, I can do it again. Righto. Now I've got some black here from a previous pour. I'm just going to pour some, let's see, this is thinner, this black, so let's just pour it around the edge, being very careful not to pour it on top of what I've just done, because that would have been disastrous. Now I'm just going to get my tool, my little paint spatula thingy. It's funny, I've got cells up. How bizarre is that? Just going to spread this to the edges. And then if I don't cover everything, that's okay. I can have some black on the corners. I don't mind. The black that I used today was leftover paint. So it may well have had silicone in it. Oops. So I've got a whole heap of paints over there on one of my tables that have got upside down cups on them, just keeping them nice and fresh. And every now and then I think, oh, I should use those because it just builds up and builds up. And I thought, oh yeah, I've got black there. I don't usually put silicone oil in my black. It'll be fine, but it may have had some silicone in it. I don't know. Either that or it's just the different densities of the paint creating cells on their own. That can happen. Either that or I've just got silicone in my black. Never mind. It'll still be pretty. Okay. Now let's do some finger painting. Just to get these sides done. How will I do this? Pop a little bit of paint there. Just let it run over the edge so I can fill that in. If I wasn't doing a video, I wouldn't hurry with these edges. I would just, you know, use my tool, but it is faster just finger painting and covering those sides. So let's get that done while the paint's just sitting there, contemplating what it's going to do. Having a think about it. Can't see a lot of black in those rings. I may have to, I don't know, we'll see what happens. If I don't get enough black in it, I'll just do another one. It's all learning, isn't it? And if you try something different, different colours and different techniques, you kind of have to start from the beginning again and learn about a new product, new technique, how the colours work. Go around there and get that little bit of edge, sorry guys, to keep you. Won't be too much longer and we'll get to tilting, hey? There we go. Done. Looks very dramatic with the black around it, doesn't it? Sure does. Clean that off. Okay. Let's do this. Just going to go off to the corner. I won't go over the corner just yet. We'll see what it looks like. May leave corners. I don't mind leaving corners. I think it adds to a bit of the drama. Back to the middle. And then I'll go up to the other corner. And leave that bit of pink there because that's nice and bright and pretty. Let's turn that around. I'm thinking that maybe I would have been better off just with the one layer. As I always do, I usually just do one layer with a ring pour, and I get these nice bright colours. Where I've gone 2 layers, see, it muddies a little bit, but we'll see. I do tend to just do one layer because I don't want that muddiness, but we'll see what happens. See, it's nice and bright on the outside there. Paint sliding nicely. Keep some of that turquoise there, for now anyway. You can always go back later. I just want to see what it looks like with the black corners. Bringing the paint back to the middle. And then off to the other corner. Hopefully I can keep some of that bright pink there as well on that corner. Doesn't all roll over itself. The thing about having the base coat, I guess, is the paint kind of rolls over, or doesn't roll over itself, so you don't lose as much. It's pretty gorgeous. See, I love how these colours have stayed nice and bright, whereas up here they've blended a little bit more and gone a bit more muddy. I'm actually going to tip some of that off. Tip some of this side off so that these can open up a bit more. I actually don't mind those little cells in there. Adds a little bit of interest. So what I'm going to do is, because I really like this bright pink, I'm going to leave that and I'm going to take this down off that corner. Hang on to my push pins down the bottom. And just slowly head for that corner. See how all this up here is, where I'm wiggling my thumb. See how that's all opening up now? And let's just have a look and see what that looks like with a tiny little bit of black on the corner. And you can see what I mean by, if you've got too much paint, you can't stretch things out. You know, you really have to tip a lot off if you want to stretch things out. That's so pretty, you guys. Oh, love it. As I'm stretching it out more, this has become less muddy and it's actually opening up the rings, and you can actually see, I don't know if you can see from up there, but you can actually see the colours in between. I really didn't want to go over that corner, but I might have to, just because I want all this to open up more. It's so pretty. Oh, I don't know what I want to do. Let's come back a little bit. You can see that turquoise popping through now that I've stretched it the other way. Okay, liking what that's doing. I think I'll do the same. Just a bit here. See how that's a bit blobby there where those cells are? I'll just see if I can take it down that way. Just a bit. Not too much. Center the paint to where you want it to go. Because I only want that middle bit to go. I'm only centering the paint there because I don't really want the edges to go off. And I want to keep a little bit of pink, so stop right there. Stop right there. You gotta know right now. Who loves meatloaf? Me. Love them. Okay. What do you think? Definitely going to have to do these colours again with one layer instead of 2 layers in my jug, just so that I can keep the brightness of it. But hey, it's still pretty. I'm happy with it. I'm not going to do any more except give it a light torching. Start up here, come around, back up, make sure that I've got everywhere, and stop. Okay. Well, it's not as bright, you know, as I would have liked, because I really wanted it to be more like this. But for a first try with those colours, I'm pretty happy. I'll take you in for a close-up. Definitely going to have to do another one with just the one layer. Let me get my grubby gloves off. And I like having this black on the corner here against that pink, because you can't really see a lot of the black in the centre, in the rings. I don't know why. Maybe I need to thicken my mix even more. Got some black there. Beautiful. All right, let's take you down for a close-up. There's that corner. You can see me, you can see my shadow. I have to come around here. I'm going to turn that spotlight off. It's good for pouring, but then as soon as you start doing close-ups, that's better. Yep, that's true to colour, except for this light above me. I can't do anything about that. Okay, look at those bright colours. You can see the definition in your rings there. And as I said earlier, if your mix is too thin, you won't see that definition in the rings. It'll just all blur. Actually, don't mind the cells. Look at that, those rings. See a little bit of black there popping through. I may even try an even thicker mix. Got some black cells there. Look at these rings here. Oh, look at that. So pretty. And they go over the edge. Amazing, aren't they? Love ring pours. But you do have to make sure that your mix is thick enough, or you just won't get the effect that you want. Oh, you're very annoying, light. Go away. All right, so that is it. Looks better the other way, doesn't it? This way is better. So guys, I thought I would see what would happen if I use my little tiny water bomb balloon and just do some little tiny little fairy kisses on it. Not big balloon dips, just little pecks. Just to break up the lines. Like, I'm not that happy with this pour, and I thought, oh, instead of scraping it, let's just see what happens when we add a little bit of maybe a 3D dimension to these lines. So I've done a few there already. And I'm just going to go around and basically see what it looks like. I'm not pressing very hard at all. I don't want to take a lot of paint up. Just want to have a little bit of movement. See what happens. So where I've got these little cell formations, I'll go in those and try and hide them, but just it's kind of pulling the stripes in and making a cute little pattern. So I'm just going to go all the way around. And just see what happens. Wiping my little balloon off each time. I don't want to press very hard. I don't want to lift a lot of paint up. The paint will settle back down again. And if I don't like it, well, that's fine. Like, I was going to scrape this anyway. But let's just see what happens. Because I've done plenty of little balloon dips on cells, on my flip cut paws with cells, and they make beautiful little petals. But because this is a ring paw, it's a different beast altogether. We'll just see what the effect is. It may actually be really nice just to break up those rings. I don't know. Let's try it. So to begin with, I am just going to go over all these little cells because I don't like those. I think I'll go right in the middle there as well. Now, that one's going to have to go over again because there's quite a bit of paint in there. Try and go a little bit faster here. What are you thinking so far? Like it? Not like it? I think it'd probably be better if I actually went in a row, you know, followed a particular colour around like this and actually made a bit of a design out of it, followed the rings around. I think that would probably look more like it's supposed to be there. Just going to fold that over. Just plain, really, just plain. Now let's follow this bluish turquoise line through. So still keeping in the rings, but following them around with my little fairy kisses. Couple here, and then we've got another strip going through here. So let's continue this through. Where else? Where else? So this pink one, let's follow this pink one around. I'm going to have to get some more paper towel out. And I like to fold it over so it's double thick. Okay, let's follow this pink line through here. I think if you pick a line and then, you know, follow it. So let's go between the turquoise and the pink there and follow that one. The black we'll leave plain. What have we got here? So we've got that one, we've got this pinky one that goes around, and then we've got the orange and the turquoise that go around. We need a couple more in here. And then I do need to try and fix the center. I have to go a few times into that center because it's really got a lot of paint on it there. Yeah, let me look at it from your side. What do you think? Oops, now I'm in the light. No, I'm not. No, I am. Now I'm just being silly. Where else? There. I think I need something else in here. So I kind of got that circle. I'm just going to pop another one there. I'm liking it, you guys. It's different. Okay, I think that's enough, isn't it? Less is more. Still see the stripes, the rings, and it's actually really, really pretty. I'll have to take you in so you can see the detail in these. They're actually really quite pretty. Do I need any more? I don't think so. I'm just trying to get the orange and the turquoise halfway between the orange and the turquoise. There. And it kind of disappears there. The orange kind of disappears there, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Oops, the balloon stuck to me. Get my gloves off. Take you down for a close-up. Of the little fairy kisses. Oops, that's too close. It's not wanting to focus. It's a bit close. I don't think I'm going to be able to get too close. It doesn't want to focus. It's too many lines. It just thinks, I don't know what to focus on. But see what I mean about pretty effects that it's leaving? Because the lines, the rings of the ring pour are being drawn into the center. It's making those beautiful little effects. Really pretty. Oh, it's struggling to focus. It's just a bit busy. It doesn't know where to look. Poor camera. I'm going to turn that light off. That's just too glary. Maybe it'll focus better this way. I actually really quite like it. Oops, too bright again. The top section is more vibrant up here. I'm not having much luck with the focus, I'm sorry. I'm just having trouble focusing. But you get the idea. Look how pretty they are. Straight lines and then all of a sudden drawn into the center of those little fairy kisses. Okay, leave it at that. Yeah, have a go. Have a go at ring paws with little tiny balloon tips. I think they're quite exquisite, just delicate, a little bit different. Yeah, all right, I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.